Okay, we are in live. Hello, YouTube. Um, okay, people. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today immersion, and thanks for being here so early. It's very difficult, I know, to wake up to study. My name is Victor, and I will be your host today. Our topic is: are we still paying attention? Rethinking society and justice. The idea is not to talk about politics or sides, but to reflect on the world around of us, awareness, responsibility, and the role we all play as citizens. Melhor colocado aqui, nosso papel como cidadão. It's a place to think together, to question things in a healthy and a respectful way, and to share our own experience and perspectives. Before we start with the main questions, let's do a quick round of introductions. Please tell us your name, where you are from, and one short word that describe how you're feeling this morning. I will start with you, Lilian. Please introduce yourself for us.
Okay, so I'm Lilian. I live in Rio de Janeiro. I'm 35 years old and I have been learning English since 2023. It is a long journey. And only this year I have started to practice speaking actively. So because of this, my long is my journey is longer than a normal journey. I work as a data analyst, and my job is working with people from Europe and Argentina. So because of this, I need to speak in English some occasions. And I have some hobbies like watch soccer and cooking. And for today, my feeling is that I'm energized because I could wake up early to stay here with you.
Oh, thanks for sharing. Yeah, it's very complicated for me, for example, wake up early to study. I more it's more easier for me wake up to work out or to work, but to study is uh, a routine that I am trying to change in my life. Thanks for introduction, Lilian. And you, Taina?
Good morning, guys. My name is Tainá. I'm 29 years old. I work at warehousing logistic area. I live in London. I don't have children, but I have two lovely cats. And my word today, to describe my mood, is lazy. I'm so lazy. As you said, it's too complicated to wake up and come here to study or practicing another language. My brain is sleepy yet, but I'm ready to study more.
Perfect, perfect. Yeah, it's a practice, you know. With time, we can change this step by step. Okay. And you, Albert?
So, hello, Joan. Good morning. I am sleepy as well. I just woke up at six in the morning a.m. So I'm kind of sleepy. But about myself, my name is Herbert. I'm from Rio de Janeiro. I'm 44 years old. I'm married. I have no children. I'm a student. I'm studying education and pedagogy. And in my spare time, I enjoy reading magazines, books, watching videos on YouTube, and working out, hanging out with my family, my parents, my wife, um, watching, as I said, watching movies and series are my main hobby. Um, Besides that, I work as a Airbnb host, so I welcome people here in my house, and I have to clean up apartments. I manage up some apartments. That's the way I make money. So yeah, I'm here because I have to practice my speaking skills because my English is rusty. I feel my English rust a lot.
Okay, perfect, Herbert. Um, yeah, about me, my name is Victor Barreto. I am 28 years old. I live in São Paulo, capital. I'm software developer, and I'm here Talk Talk platform since March of this year. But 1 month ago, I became a host, and yeah, Lilian, it's the first time that I see in my immersion, and Albert too. But I already seen everything in another immersions. In my free time, I like to study about economic, about cryptocurrencies and new technologies, more related in financial area because I like the bank systems and the financial systems. I don't have child. I'm single, and that's it. Summarized. Let's start with the first question. Lilian, could you please read for us and answer your perspective about the first question?
Victor, I'm
Ah,
sorry. Could you please put
yes.
the? Thank you.
Sorry, I forgot.
No, no
Sorry,
problem. No worries.
I put in the chats. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Do you think people today are more aware or more distracted when it comes to social and political issues? Um, in my in my opinion, I think, in my opinion, I don't, because it depends on the country. In Brazil, we are living a moment that everyone knows 100% of political issues, and it is like boring because I don't like this type of behavior. But when speaking to social issues, um, I think you don't have enough information to know, because when we are children, we learn things like math, geography, biology, but we don't learn things about social improvements, like um, a little thing that separate your garbage, and we don't learn things like that. We Our education system is worried about math, biology, and when we are teenagers, we need to pass on an exam, but we don't learn practical things that will help us in our lives. So for me, uh, I think people are more aware for political issues, but are more distracted for social issues.
Yes, I totally agree with you. You said about teenagers, yeah, and I remember when I was at college, we didn't study about politics, about social things. Uh, I remember we studied we studied about social books, sociology. I don't know the pronunciation, but it was the only topic that I remember with social subject, because at the school, when for teenagers, I think it's a good place to learn about this, to prepare our children, our young people to the future, to society, and that's why I agree with you. And you, Albert, what is your opinion about the first question?
So I do think people are more aware nowadays about social and political issues because simply because people are have access to information through the cell phones and smartphones and internet. Uh, I think nowadays it's easier to follow some problems, issues, what are happening in the country. It's so easy to read about or discuss about. Yeah, in the past, it was really difficult to read about these things, but nowadays almost everyone have a smartphone or internet at home. So pretty much everyone, if you are interested in politics or social issues, it's easy to follow, and interact with other people.
Perfect. Perfect. You bring a good perspective, because, yeah, I think people are more distracted because technology, that there is too much noise online, too more fake news and things to distract. Tigrinho plays. I don't know the name of the English, but uh, things, garbage online, and people get tired or overwhelmed, about they don't care about the social, the um, political issues. Yeah, it's complicated. And you, Taina, what is your opinion about the first question?
Yes, I agree with you guys. I think people today are both more conscious and more distracted, because you have access to information through social medias and digital platforms. The people are more connected. Um, but the same technology also creates distraction and surface level engagement, and some people feel overwhelmed, apathetic, because there are a lot of information, too many opinions, and not enough clarify. And I think they both conscious, but at the same time distract. They don't care or
Yeah.
don't see the fix how fix the problems.
Yes, yes. I think, despite the connection, we are more distant from each other. E apesar das conexões, né, de estar tudo muito fácil, estamos mais distantes um dos outros, né, como cidadãos, né, cidadãos.
And I use it to say we are all together but alone.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Let's continue with you, Taina. Um, I have a question about the first question for you. Do you think technology helps or hurts awareness? I will put it
Um,
on the chat.
yeah, it's interesting question because the technology improve our critique point of views because bring us a lot of information. For example, what's happening in Gaza. All we know it is happening so many wars there, but at the same times we don't see the action from government, and it makes us to feel overwhelmed or hopeless in the government, and we just stop to caring because we can't see the how to fix it. The leaders should fix the problem, but we just see the government stalling us instead to fix the war, to fix the problems. I think don't help us because there are a lot of information, and we sometimes the news is not real.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. People are struggling to survive, or too busy with their lives, their works, their. Uh, I remember at the past, people demand in this situation happens at the past. People demand any action from the government with strong. Uh, how can I say this? As pessoas cobrariam o governo mais, né, por medidas ali, né, para apoiar, enfim. Mas hoje está um pouco mais difícil. So, okay, thank you for sharing your perspective. Albert, could you please read the second question and answer for us?
Yeah, sure. So question number two, what does justice mean to you in real life, not just in laws or politics? There's a lot of types of justice. I could mention education. I think it's not fair. Uh, Speaking of education, I think it's not fair because if you was born rich, you have more access to education. It's normal because you have money to pay for it. And poor people have different opportunities. Sometimes they don't have the same opportunity to grow as person. So for me, it's the when it comes to justice, it's a thing that hurt me a lot.
Perfect. And do you think justice is the same for everyone?
No, definitely not. No, because
Yes.
for example, I have a lot of examples in life about this. But I will not getting the points because involves racism
Okay.
and this type of things. So it's complicated to talk about it.
No, don't worry, don't worry. Thanks for share. And you, Lilian, what is your opinion about just the second question?
For me, I think justice is when when your efforts are equal as your rewards. And I don't think it happens in a real life. For example, my mother, she's a tailor. She works more than, I don't know, 95% of the people that I know. And her salary, her yes, her salary is less than 50% of the people that I know. So it is not fair, but it's like the life being the life. So for me, in a future, uh, I hope we have more balance between what we do and what we earn. And it is for everything, not only money, but if you take care about your health, you can have longevity. So it's not only about money, it's about everything.
Perfect. Um, yeah, I see the same problem that you bring to us about the salary differences and at the office and the work. It's a big problem to handle. The society, I think, the society does matter. The don't care a lot. The most part of society don't care about this problem about difference, salary difference and problems with gender. At the work, it's a big problem to handle. And yeah, I totally agree with you. And you, Taina, what is your opinion about the second question?
Um, what does justice means in your real life, not just in laws? Justice for me is give and receive. If I give you, I hope you give me back. In my
Perfect.
life is justice. It's not about the laws or politics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Right,
I
right.
think justice is 15-15.
Mm-hmm.
Health and health. You do,
Perfect.
I do. You did, I did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good phrase. Do you think justice in real life matches your definition? I will put on the chat for read. Do you think justice in real life matches your definition? As match
Uh,
seria se a sua se você acha, né, que a justiça na vida real corresponde com a sua definição.
No, no. In real life, we can see this definition is not 15-15. For example, we are workers. We pay a lot of taxes, but the government don't give us back. For example, we paid the tax. But you can't see the streets clean. For example, you see a lot of rubbish in the streets, or you can see a lot of violence. Instead, the city is good and organized because you paid your taxes. You can see the same.
Yes, perfect. I totally agree with you because it's unfair when you pay for something and you don't receive for example, from the government, the basic services. Yeah, I totally agree with you. For me, justice in real life means fairness and responsibility. It's not only about laws or the legal system, but about treat people with respect and make sure everyone has the same opportunities. But in theory, is everything is great and beautiful, but in real life, we know it's not happening very well. Okay, thank you for sharing your perspective, Taina. Andy, let's continue with Herbert. Herbert, it's your turn. Yeah?
About number
And
two?
number 3.
Three, okay.
Read the
Why,
answer for us.
okay, why do you think many people stop believing that they can make a difference in society? So I do believe if you are a politic, it's possible to make a huge difference to your city or your country. But if you are a normal person, a citizen, a normal person, I think it's more difficult uh, because it's almost impossible to make a huge, I'm sorry, a huge difference, alone. You need help from other people, or you can just think about, oh, I'm doing my part. I'll plant like 5 trees. Okay, if each one of us think like this, in doing a little piece of things, I think together we can make a huge difference. But completely alone is almost impossible. That's the reason why people stop believing that they can make a difference, and just people just live without concern in making something to 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 get the city better.
Yeah, yeah, totally agree with you. And in your opinion, what would help people believe again?
Maybe if the governance provides how could I say that, provides supports to us. For example, I came up with an idea to plant trees. So I go to the prefeitura, I don't know how to say it in English, and say I'm willing to plant 5 trees in my place where I live. If the prefeitura gives you the trees or something, some supports, I think people will be more believe in help in do something.
Perfect, perfect. I totally agree with you. With support, we can do the things more um effectively. I don't know the word in English, but effective, because like the Taina said before, we pay a lot of taxes, and we didn't receive the enough service to the society. Okay, let's continue with you, Lilian. What are your opinion about the third question?
Um, I think it is because it's exhausting. It's like you are trying and try more and a little more, but the thing is won't happen. And I think when the days are passing, we are lose your you lose the initial feeling like yes, I can do it, but the the barreiras, I don't know how to say it in English,
Mm-hmm.
are bigger than your than which what is possible to do. So for me, I'm not the person that will insist a lot in some things that won't happen. Um, I'm this type of person. I know it's horrible, but for example, if I need to discuss with my husband and he is not open to lose the discussion, I will give up. So I think we act the same way when we are telling about difference in society. At the beginning, we are motivated, but after some problems, we are give up.
Perfect. Yeah, I think many people stop believing they can make a difference because they don't see quick results. Society today is very fast, very noise, and people get tired when their efforts don't see don't seem to change anything. You know. And have you ever felt this way yourself? You mentioned uh, a situation or example that you are uh, a people that how can I say this? Um, I've forgotten the word, but about the believing, stop believing. Have you ever felt this way yourself?
Yes, in the past, I tried to teach some people about technology. At the beginning, I had 10 students. 2 weeks ago, I had 3 students, and 1 month ago, I had 1 student. And it was because these people didn't have enough time and, of course, enough money, uh, not for pay me because I wasn't charging anything, but for using their time to study. And I don't know, it was like um, I don't know how to express it, but I give up because it was bigger than me. I can't move the word, and that was it.
Perfect. I'm sorry about that, but you bring a good example of your real life, and yeah, I, at the past, I tried to teach others too into organization without money, without support, and I see I have experiences similar with what with you bring to us today. Thank you for sharing. And you, Taina, what is your opinion about the question?
It's number 3.
Um, yes.
Yeah, because the people don't see the results because we paid a lot of bills and we can see the results. For example, in in Switzerland, the population can drink the water from river because the river is so clean. But can we drink the water from Tietê River? No, because it's so dirt. And why not if we paid the taxes? So many taxes. You should see more results from your uh, your payment in taxes, and it take off your energy because you don't see the sense to keeping doing what we doing. For example, in Brazil, there are a lot of neném. Nem study, nem work. Why? Because you can see the sense to working because the salary is low, the lifestyle is so expensive. You can see the sense to work a lot and never take your money and buy houses or buy a car like your parents in the past. And we losing our energy, we start to give up.
Yes, I totally agree with you. And the study is the same, for example, because there are a lot of people that have a bachelor degree or post-graduation working in other areas because the opportunities of work are complexity in nowadays. It's a lot of people working into apps like Uber, iFood, because uh, there aren't, I don't know, não há empregos for everyone. The good jobs with good salaries. At the past, in 2019 and 2020, in the pandemic, the technology area grew up a lot. The salary, the opportunities, but now with AI, with a lot of layoffs, every week I see a layoff on LinkedIn or at the news, and yeah, I think in the future the things will be more complex to us, the new generation, For you, Taina, do you think one person can inspire others to act? I will put on the chat.
Yes, for sure. Um, inspire for right things and wrong things. You need to take care because you can influence the young people to do right or wrong things. Because, for example, I am example of my young sister. Everything I do, she tried to do the same. And I need to think a lot before to act because I inspire her.
Yeah, perfect. Totally agree with you because I have a young brother, and yeah, it's similar. Okay, thanks for sharing. Uh, let's continue with you, Taina. Can you read the next question, or choose one from the list?
Number 8. Do you think money and power always corrupt people or it's possible to stay honest in those positions? Yes, it's difficult to see to say it because the most of rich person usually be corrupted, like uh, who to do advertisement from Tigrinho, like the famous influencers. Usually they are so rich. I think it's difficult to be honest, but it's possible. If you,
Yeah.
it's possible, but it's difficult.
Yes, I don't think money and power always corrupt people, but they definitely create a lot of pressure and temptation is tentação, né? Yeah, the money causa tentação. Yeah, and you, Lilian, what are your opinion about the eighth question?
Do you think money and power also corrupt people, or is it possible to stay honest in those positions? I don't think money and power corrupt people. I think situations corrupt people. For example, I live in Rio de Janeiro, and our state government is awful. Like the worst government in in the country, I think. And it has a lot of liars to contribute to it. And I'm not talking about the major or the police officers. I'm talking about the whole system. And in this case, I don't think they are corrupted because they want they would like to earn more money. I think they are corrupt because Rio de Janeiro is unsafe. So if you don't participate on the scheme, they will have like family problems. Their family won't be safe. So I think it is more related with the situation than the reward about power or money.
Yeah, perfect, perfect. And so overall, do you think corruption is the rule or the exception? In your perspective, in your near for you, in your state, for example?
I have no idea
Yeah,
about it.
I have I don't know a printing. I forgot the name in Brazil. Impressão. That in Brazil, all Brazil, the corruption is the rule. Uh, doesn't matter the side or politician A or B. I think the politicians in Brazil, it's my opinion, corruption is the role of there, you know. But yeah, it's complicated point. And I want to know from you, Herbert, what your opinion about the eighth question?
So I don't think money and power always corrupts people. Uh, there are a lot of politics that are honest. They don't steal money from the governments. But yes, I think that the majority of politics are corrupt. But it's a rule. I think as you mentioned. I think it's a rule, but there are exceptions. And stay honest or corrupt. It's depend of the person. I think it's cultural, you know. But to be honest, it would be the rule. I think that the but not everyone is corrupt.
Yes, I totally agree with you. Yeah, it's possible to stay honest. It depends a lot on a person's values, education, and the environment around them, because we know about the difficulties at the society, difficult in the of the part of population, and uh, how can I say this? But um, say not always is corruption. Sometimes is necessity. Uh, it's a condition that people accept a money or something. Yeah, it's a complex. Uh, Lilian, can you read another question? Choose uh, one of 9, 10, or 7, 6?
I'm going to read the number 4 because I have examples. I have
Oh,
one
perfect.
example, actually. In your opinion, what are some examples of unfair situations we see in our country or around the world? I have an example, and it is about I think you talked about it, but is the difference between women and men salaries. Yes, you have order, but it's bigger than all the differences, and I don't think it is fair. And for me, as a woman, my brain is always, I need to work more and more and more to prove for everyone that I'm able to handle with the with my job or with the situation. And I think it is not fair. So I have this example.
Okay, yeah, it's a challenge for our countries. Um, yeah, it's very important point. Uh, it's a real issue. Many people face this here in Brazil, in another country. Um, and do you have an idea or something to improve to change this situation? For example, if you are a politician, what uh, do you do to change this? Implement a law or create new rules about jobs?
I think it is comfortable for companies, and I don't know if they are concerned about it, because the woman start their journey earning less than the men, and it is historical. So if uh, a man and a woman have the same years of experience, they will have difference because uh, it might be the woman started earning less than the woman started earning less than the man. So
Hmm.
I think in this case, it's very complex to establish a law or um, a rule because it is impacts it impacts, I think, all the
Companies,
professions. Yes, companies
yes.
and professions. And I don't know if it will easy to change, but for companies, I think they can have I don't know, good
Flexibility
yes,
with,
good, not is but a good grade of salary, and it
yeah,
it don't
right.
depend on men and women. In my
Hmm.
company, it is okay because we don't have this difference. So for me, it's like the first common that I have worked and have has this behavior.
Perfect. Thanks for bringing us your example. And you, Taina, do you have a example or about the fourth question?
Yeah, the most of time I see a lot of rich people studying at public university, or you see few black people in expensive restaurants. I
Yeah.
would, I'd say in Brazil there are a lot of inequality yet. The class social is so inequality.
Yeah, perfect. I totally agree with you. And you, Herbert, what are your opinion about the fourth question?
Well, a good example of unfair situation would be children from Africa, uh, because they are starving. They feel starving. They ask for help all the time, whereas rich people are spending efforts and money to buy delicate weapon to wars, instead of helping these people. I think it's so unfair because it's difficult to see people starving in some places of Africa, and at the same time, for example, Elon Musk and Trump spending money, wasting money in wars and conflicts. I
Yes,
think it's
yes.
it's the one of the most unfair situations I've seen.
Yes, and in my opinion, there are many unfair situations happening in our country and around the world. The example of Lilian is very good. Difference between salary is very good in the point of it's a good problem to challenge, because when our society resolve this, many women are being impacted with this change, because essential works like teachers, nurses, and people who kept the country running often earn very light, with other with less responsibility or extremely high salary, and yeah, it's a lack of equal access of salary. And okay, guys, we've reached the end of our immersion today. Um, Thanks so much. Thank you, guys. It's today was amazing job. Thanks for sharing your ideas. It was great to hear different points of view, and see you in the next immersion. Thank you for coming.
Okay, thank you
Thank
so
you. Take
much.
care.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
Bye bye.
Have a good day.